We can
Well,
go
I mean,
off
we
that.
mentioned it briefly in the group chat today. They said it about LeBron. It's not like LeBron ain't a GOAT, ain't a star, but he's not the killer that MJ and Kobe are. He's a different kind of cat.
Through the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself and I tripled the flip. Came from the streets, I'ma stick to the script. We popping bottles like we went a trip. Rather fill up accounts than empty a clip. 10 on the ground, so I never slip. They love you, they hate you, I'm watching them switch. Switch, 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 switch. They hate you, they love you, I'm watching them switch. Switch.
Yee. You already know what it is, boys. We back. Chance, we're here. Kenzo the Great. Rook took a week off, you know what I'm saying? Health reasons, but we back. So prayers up. We good?
Yeah, okay.
To me, I'm back. I said okay for a while. Nigga was sick. Got the high blood
He
pressure.
needed load management, nigga.
Nah, I don't know. You check your blood pressure today? Talking about, we don't know if you should be back. You just came back. You ain't check. I don't know what doctors you check
I ain't
with.
check the blood pressure because I don't feel the same. I don't feel the same like I did. But when I had to, son, blood
You had to be told to stop the first time. How can I trust you?
Son, blood pressure was 220 over 120.
See, you should have to be told to stop at that point. You should have felt that.
I did feel that's why I went to the hospital. But now I'm back. I don't feel like that. Now I feel good. I've been walking. 10 pounds is off.
Black people got to be dying to go to the hospital. That's so wild.
It is wild. But disclaimer, my first experience in the hospital was my grandma dying. So kind of don't like hospitals.
No, I don't live. I ain't been back inside one besides for births of other people's children. Besides for when I was born. So I'm right there with you.
See, but this is a good thing. So for if y'all just watching right now, health is wealth. Make sure you get your checkups like you're supposed to. Make sure you hydrate. Make sure you eat correctly. Obviously, if you're in your 20s, whatever, you ain't got to eat broccoli and chicken all the time. But you know what I'm saying? Just moderation. You know what I mean? And if you're older, you definitely want to check that because high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all that shit, obesity, all that stuff. So we here. I'm 43 and almost got hit with it, but we here. But that's not why we're here, but it's a good purpose, public service announcement. Like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Join the Patreon. I'm saying do all the goodies. Now let's talk about the topics. First topic up to bat is the thing that I sent y'all, the football John. About now we're thinking about, and this is going to be mostly Rook and Kenny, but I'll chime in because I just started really, really paying attention to football because my fantasy team is doing excellent right now. But we're not doing it. Well, we didn't think about not doing the tackles no more on the hip, which, from what I read in the comments, they're saying we should just go to flag football because it's just hard to be a defensive player now because you can't hit anywhere. You can't tackle nowhere. You can't hit anywhere. You can't do nothing no more. So I'll let Rook lead into it because he looked ready. Can he piggyback off it? If I got anything to say that sounds intelligent, I'll jump in.
I mean, they said it years ago, even before Odell said it. A lot of people said it, hit me up high instead of down low. My career preservation is easier if I'm hit up high. All right. Any leg injury can be the last leg injury. But at the same time, still it's a part of the game. So a hip tackle, guys' feet getting locked up or lassoed and caught up and underneath and rolled over, like it happens. What you really want to do? You take away that, guys already miss tackles because they tackle blind, close their eyes, turn their head, dive at feet. Like, we're going to get way more missed tackles now because they be thinking about how to tackle instead of just dealing with the act in itself. This is a stupid idea. If they even discuss this and think that they found a solution to this, get ready for rough touch or flag football or some stupid shit.
Go ahead.
Not, they're going to be out there playing rap. You finna have to bear hug your opponent. That's it. That's basically what it is. I played both sides of the ball, but DB was way more fun for me.
Oh, Travis Hunter, what's up?
So here's the thing, right? So already, especially, let's look at this at the quarterback. Wait, right? You can only hit him between the numbers. Okay, that's fine. You can't land on him, especially if you over 300 pounds. All that stuff. That makes sense for safety. But if we're talking about a hip tackle, okay, you take hip tackle out. First of all, I don't know how you legislate that, like in a game. How do you define a hip tackle exactly? Because even the picture where they put the breaking news, it's a player behind Mark Andrews is huge. Like, how if he gets past you, how you can't horse collar him. You can't pull him up from up high. What you supposed to grab from on the race? He's finna drag you. Like I don't like. What do we like? Just like we said. I actually think there's another element when you talk about. It's not just about people missing tackles, but defensive players are going to hurt themselves trying to not hurt offensive players. This is straight up. That's what's going to be. Let's look at another example. Besides the Mark Andrews and the hip tackle thing, Kareem Jackson. Kareem Jackson suspended 4 games for hitting Dobbs when Dobbs is running up the middle, going for a 3rd and 1. He's trying to save a first down. How is he supposed to hit him?
Well, I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought
Bro,
that up.
second time this season.
Facts, that too. He appealed the last one. He's gonna appeal this one. He was out for 2 games.
They said it was more than once. I mean, more than twice.
Well, this season.
This season, though.
That's what I said. So I was actually going to side with the other side that, in that instance, I believe it because some of the little clips, like he looked like he really targeted them.
He play hard. I mean, we playing football or we playing?
You can't play like that no more.
Then you can't play.
Put your helmet no more. That tackle on Dobbs was clean.
I didn't see that one, to be honest. I didn't see that one.
Like some of those, I ain't gonna lie. Last year, the one with the crowded helmet. I mean, okay, I'll give you last year's. But this year,
but he got
playing football, man.
But he got the Draymond reputation. You known for it.
But that's not a contact barbarian sport. That's like saying somebody fight too much in hockey. They got enforcers in the game, though. It's not as many as they used to be, but it's still part of the game. If you go on ESPN, you can see a fighter's stats. So I mean,
I know that.
Well, again, if we want to take those parts out of the game, we could just call it. I mean, that's why I put flag football in the Olympics. Maybe they try to get ahead of the curve, and that's what the sport for to be for real. Because I don't see how how you legislate that, how you take it out of the game, and how you supposed to make tackles. You can't tackle. That means you can't tackle from behind because you can't get them high or low. You can't tackle everyone from up front. There's just people who are going to be bigger than you. So now you got to go from a side angle, but you can't lead with your shoulder because you lead your shoulder the wrong way. You really lead with your helmet. I mean, how many things I just took out with 3 rules right there? I just don't see how it's gonna work.
That's why I said
protect players, like especially quarterbacks. I understand.
That's why I said, like on the last episode. On the last episode we did, so the NFL gonna have to do a lot of cleaning up because you can't do anything. You can't play defense. You can't celebrate. So it's just about to be a no-watch sport.
We got it. I don't want to bring this up again, but what is up with these celebrations, man? Odell threw the peace sign. What are we doing? How was this a fine? That's ridiculous.
Because it's not Tom Brady.
I mean, I guess.
No, we need time out of this.
Tom
was the one that started it.
Nope. Tom is not the one that started it.
Wait, since you broke up Tom, y'all seen his comments? Since we already here.
A lot of mediocre going on.
Yeah, he said NFL mediocre.
Yep.
But he ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
Okay, but he ain't like he only. I mean, was he not part of mediocrity? Because we ain't that far removed. Ain't like the league fell off a cliff the one year he been out of it.
No, he was complaining about that shit. Like while he was playing, even when he went to Tampa Bay, like a lot of the rule changes and stuff, he was like, "Yo, it ain't football no more."
His teammate the reason for some of them calls though, Rodney Harrison.
So what do you think he was saying?
Rodney wasn't always a Patriot neither.
So you're wrong, but some of them knee tackles on quarterbacks definitely changed the rule.
So what do you
think? Rodney was out here trying to murder niggas.
What shot?
And Matt Castle too. And you want to see Matt Castle no more.
What shot you thought he was talking about? I thought he was taking shots at quarterbacks.
Hell yeah. There's a lot of overrated.
He was saying there was bad habits and stuff like that, but I don't think it was just quarterbacks. I think he was talking about in general. He was saying a lot of the rules changes and stuff like that. So again,
I thought it was strictly talking about quarterbacks because they ain't really that many elite quarterbacks.
Josh Allen is overrated.
I've been saying that. I've been
saying that shit for years, but it's all right.
I
keep talking shit about Lamar.
Who's elite right now? Who's your elite?
Elite?
Lamar Jackson.
I gave you Lamar. Boom, check.
I mean, we don't got to discuss
or just in general, because
like healthy elite, like.
Oh, if it's healthy and elite, there's only Lamar and Patrick. We talking about Joe Burrow go up there for me, but he can't stay healthy because of life. But I mean, other than that, them 3. People try to throw Herbert in there. He not him.
All right, so 2 things. You had exactly who I had. I did have Mahomes, and I did have Lamar, and I did have Joe Burrow if he's healthy, because unhealthy he just can't get it together. But the second thing is, I don't really think it's fair for Herbert because his coach is trash. Like he is not delivering, B. Like he ain't putting him in.
I mean, there's some personally for me. I know there's some bias in there because everybody talking about how Dolphins chose the wrong quarterback. They should have chose Herbert, and they're looking like that these days, man. My man, I ain't gonna lie. You can say that's a bad play call. I've been on state case just like everybody else, but I could bring a little edit clip of some overthrows or underthrows and missed passes by Mr. Herbert. I ain't gonna lie to you. Obviously, every quarterback overthrows and underthrows, but I definitely think people talking about his high ceiling. I do think part of him getting paid is around the same time that Mahomes got paid. Don't help it look too good either, and the production ain't been there. The Chargers ain't won nothing. He got Mahomes money. Mahomes done won the Super Bowl and been back.
So what about Jalen?
What
about
Jalen? Money up there. He
earned his money,
and he's gonna get about to get some more bread. He got one of the best management teams in the league.
Is he elite?
Yeah, he earned his money, bro.
Or is he elite? For me,
not yet.
For me, he's right under there. I don't. It's probably some biases. Personally, I don't like the Eagles. I hate the tush push. I'm sick of seeing it.
The Kansas City game didn't do anything to bring him up,
huh?
The Kansas City game.
It's one game, bro. Eliteness is not about what you do in the regular season.
That was a big game, though.
It does not make you immortal. Sports is not measured that way.
The same game with actual stakes. You don't get to overpower that with the regular season win. He got to beat them again in the playoffs for me, which means only the Super Bowl because they're not in the same conference.
Okay, so we got Super Bowl standings. My bad.
But it's not. I mean, it's not just about rings though. It's like I don't want to say lack of production because the man could obviously throw the ball, but it's like, bro,
there's consistency involved in shit. Like,
you got to.
He had his breakout year last year. He should have won the MVP, but because he got hurt towards the end of the year, he didn't. I mean, now's the time to stack that shit, though. Now's the time because he did that in the contract year. It's time to stack it. And I was a believer, but I hate the Eagles. It's time to stack that production. Mahomes been stacked that production. Lamar been that dude. So these dudes been doing what they doing. They are elite. They proved that already. They need the team around them to get better and whatever, but you know who you have with those guys. Herbert's overrated. Hurts is right there on the cusp of great eliteness, but Herbert is overrated. All right, his coach is not that terrible. His team needs to find some discipline, and some of them guys need to freaking go.
You said his coach is not terrible?
I saw your face. So let me back up
worse coaches. There's Matt Eberflus in the world.
Just because it's worse, don't mean he ain't.
No. So the thing is, his play calling isn't bad. It's his decisions during key situations. Play calling wise, there's nothing wrong with Stady. So Justin Herbert should still be executing the first 3 quarters. It's the fourth quarter we really could harp on the bad coaching. It's their poor clock management. And as a UM and Dolphin fan, I know a lot about poor clock management, but I know a lot more about bad play calling, and the Chargers don't have that. So that Herbert can't blame on. But I will also say again, this is the NFL. Everyone we saw MVS last night at the time of recording, people drop passes, but Herbert's team has had some high profile ones. I will also say that Quentin Johnson last week, my guy. You and MVS were almost Shanghai Sharks this week because, man, I played, again, running back in DB, and I felt like I could have caught some of the things y'all was dropping out there, and I was not known for my hands.
Bro, so, and homeboy is looking for his opportunity in Quentin Johnson, and that was one of them right there. Has yet to make that breakout this season in that offense as they thought he would, especially with the injuries to their receiver position. Nah, son.
All right, so let me ask you a question. I didn't want to go there, but let's just go there since we're already here. Where does Bill Belichick's out of New England? Chargers could be it. Good fit or no?
So here's my thing, right? I don't think you can do it again. I think if we were talking about when we were all growing up, give Bill another run anywhere else, it'll work. But Bill Belichick, kind of Nick Saban, their way of doing things. You better update. Things are changing fast out here in these streets. Don't try to stick to the same old way. You can't. The Patriot way was fine in the sense that if you're winning, let's get it. We're going to stack this defense, and Tom not going to make no mistakes. Well, first of all, you don't got Tom. You got Mac Jones. That okay. Okay, maybe Justin. So let's switch over to the Chargers. Now you got Justin Herbert. We just talked about the mistakes he made.
Open the door.
He not a Tom, but maybe you could dial it back to you, Bill, right? But now you already brought in Staley as a defensive coach, and I don't think the Chargers defense is literally just built to stop explosive plays. They're not a all around built well defense. So now you're gonna bring Bill, and Bill don't do take away explosive plays. We do everything. First of all, I'm taking away your best player, whichever one that person that is. That means our whole defense got to be able to stop whichever way you coming. That's gonna be a rework. How much in today's NFL? One thing Bill himself has said, coaches don't get as much time as they used to before. So you gonna give Bill 2-3 years out there in Charger land? But can you waste that time? Justin Herbert, you already paying him now, so you don't got time for no tank year, 2 tank years. So how exactly would that work? I don't think they're ready to reload. They because the thing about Bill is he don't get no small hand in the pot. He needs his hands on everything. He got to bring in his players, fit the scheme, all that stuff. I don't think they have the time considering they already paid Herbert.
I think everybody brings up Belichick with the Chargers. First of all, until Robert Kraft comes downstairs and takes the keys from Bill Belichick.
Oh, I wasn't considering him to get fired. I was considering him to leave. I didn't even think about that. They're not firing that man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. All right. I feel like Belichick's Achilles heel the last few seasons. One, not taking the offensive coordinator position seriously. Letting Josh McDaniels walk because the dude works well with Mac Jones and with what Mac Jones' strengths are. As you can see, his weaknesses are glaring in these losses. So, you do what Mike McDaniels is doing down in Miami. Work with the strengths of your quarterback and hide his weaknesses. Everybody got strengths and weaknesses. I don't care who you are. But over there in LA, the Chargers lack discipline. We just talked about that shit. They can't finish games. They got talent enough to win games, be up, kill you through 3 quarters. They do not finish well. That is a discipline thing. That is a structural issue. I could see where you bring up Belichick, but a big problem, Saban had it here when he was coaching the NFL. A lot of these guys don't like to be disciplined. They don't want hard coaching.
What I'm saying.
So these dudes don't want to win. Long story short, you love Kobe Chance. Well, Kobe wouldn't play with a lot of these dudes, even in football. He'd be like, this locker room ain't gonna win shit. These dudes happy out here just to get paid. All right.
We mentioned it briefly in the group chat today. They said it about LeBron. It's not like LeBron ain't a GOAT, ain't a star, but he's not the killer that MJ and Kobe are. He's a different kind of cat. Now, there's different ways to skin a cat. That's fine.
You know what? That's a good segue. So I put in the group chat for y'all that obviously ain't in the group chat. But maybe if I was on the Patreon, maybe we can figure out if you could be in the group chat. But basically,
do that.
There's an interview that leaked from this one dude, I guess, an interview with Kobe. And Kobe was basically saying when LeBron had signed to come to LA that LeBron don't understand, he don't know, he don't get what LA is. And I don't think he was like shading him, but Kobe's Kobe. He was basically just saying that me and Mike will kill us. Like, we don't give a shit if you like us, if you don't, but we going for your throats. And he was basically saying LeBron ain't like that. LeBron wants to be loved, he wants to be liked. So his drive or the stuff that he uses to fuel him isn't the same. And we all saw it because when he was in Miami at one time and he said, I'm a villain and I'm gonna be the bad guy, it didn't really work out. So
it didn't work out. He was a great villain.
He really wasn't.
They hated the Heat in every fucking building. What are you talking
I ain't gonna
about?
lie.
Shut your hating ass up, man.
Just because they hated the Heat,
don't mean
he was a good villain.
With all
they didn't just hate the Heat. They still hate the Heat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because they hated them, don't mean he's a good villain.
No, he was worth being a good villain. Damn right. Because they hated that team because they knew when that team came into the building.
Just because you're worth it, don't mean it's good.
Dude, his hate was good. Son, it was beyond good.
It was fake, son. That wasn't him. He's the nice guy.
Dude,
yeah, but it didn't have to be him.
You could be the nice guy and be a villain. I'm a Duke fan. Christian Laettner is a nice guy, but he's the villain of the world. All right, and all this, Kobe and MJ are killers. Magic Johnson won championships with a different attitude.
That's what I said. I said there's different ways to skin a cat.
That's what
You know
I
what I'm
said.
saying? In fact,
That's what I
Bill
said.
Russell
I said he's
wasn't like that.
I said he's more
Nah,
Magic.
you had your time to talk.
No, I said, no, I didn't, because you cut me off.
Bill
You cut me
Russell
off.
wasn't
I
like
said
that.
Magic.
There's a
I said
ton of
LeBron
dudes that won
is just like
championships
Magic.
that wasn't like that.
LeBron is
Steph
just like
Curry
Magic.
is not like Kobe. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. I stay, yo, I'm gonna tell you like Chris Paul told that. Stay in your lane.
What?
Stay in your lane.
You don't watch. You watch the videos?
No.
You watch the videos?
You're still in that lane.
You watch the videos?
You're not even an
You watch
HOV.
the
You
game.
belong in the first lane as you merge onto the highway.
Do you watch
Stay
the
your
game?
ass over there until
Do you
you
watch
can
the
pick up
games?
speed.
Do you watch the games?
Anyway,
yes or no? Yes or no?
LeBron won in 3 different places. Has he
You
not?
don't watch the games. You don't watch the games.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be Kobe to do that shit. You don't need to be MJ to do that shit. Matter of fact, none of them have done that shit.
I'm not.
3 different fucking places. 2 different coasts.
You watch the game. Yes or no?
Yes, I watch the game.
And you should know how Steph is.
Access to all of the games. You should know this better than anyone since you called me and asked me for advice. I told you stay in your lane. I'm gonna get at you today.
So now you're leaking? So now you D'Angelo Russell?
You started fighting.
Steph is a killer like Mike and Kobe.
I don't like that.
He was shooting he would shoot in your face and then go in your face and taunt you.
But bro, it's not. It's
no, he's not.
Like, I've been around plenty of Kobe's and MJ's. Steph is having fun playing basketball. Kobe and MJ, only the fun for them is winning.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you that. That makes sense.
But if you talking about like gonna take the shot, I mean, we're not afraid.
I mean more like
LeBron gonna do that. He just
like more
he's just so high profile when he don't. We like to make a bigger deal
in
when he
your
don't.
Face
because he's not always finna pass, but he's taking big shots. I got plenty of big shots that I know LeBron done taken.
I've never said.
Homeboy said you gotta be in somebody's face. So since Gary Payton was in MJ's face all the time, is he a killer? Because he still got killed.
No, he wasn't no killer.
It make you a killer to just talk shit all the time and shoot 50 shots and have an attitude to your teammates. LeBron's version of winning has worked. He does not come in there and shit on everybody. He comes in there and tries to empower the teammates around him
when did
they can win.
When did I say his winning don't work? I never said that.
No, you sit there and you compared apples to fucking oranges.
I didn't compare. I put up something that was in the group.
Motherfucker, we got the tape.
I didn't
tell me what you didn't do.
I said he's more like Magic, which is true. Magic was
no. Them words came out of his mouth just now.
Magic was a killer.
He said he's more like Magic.
It's in the group chat. It's in the group chat. Thank you.
It's in the group chat. No, we not on the group chat, nigga. We on air. You see that shit right there?
I didn't say here.
That's not what you said on air, nigga.
Rewind the tape. I did say. I said LeBron's more like Magic because he is a killer, but he likes to smile and have fun. That's what I said.
That's good.
And what's wrong with smiling and killing a nigga? Isn't the Joker a killer that likes to smile and have fun?
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I said he's just not Mike and Kobe. That's what I said.
All right, and he had success by not being Mike and Kobe.
Show me the tape where I said it's a problem and he didn't have success.
You talk like it was a problem with your salty ass.
No, you sound like you bitter right now. Like, is that your best friend? Is that your best friend?
What you need to do with your punk ass Lakers is trade Anthony Davis. We know you mad. I'm a Knicks fan, so I got my own problems. Trade Anthony Davis. That's your problem.
I've been saying get rid of Anthony Davis.
I can't get rid of Julius Randle. You can't get rid of Anthony Davis.
Oh, we got rid of.
But I'm fine.
We got rid of Julius Randle.
But I ain't gonna lie. If my Knicks homeboys say Julius Randle for Zion Williamson one more time, but I'm like, what is happening? Who's doing this trade?
I'll take that trade. I'll get you.
The Pelicans won't.
What it means to
get Pelicans won't. Of course you would, because the Knicks win. What can do that? Like trades are supposed to be even, son.
You know I don't like Zion.
Oh, we know you don't, but trust me, the Knicks will take him.
Knicks will take anybody.
Oh, no. Okay. No.
So look. So it's another segue since I put it in the group chat. What's the chances that Dolan is gonna sell the Knicks since he's already kind of backing off of the other shit that he was on?
Man, I'm hoping to God he sells the Knicks. Please sell the Knicks.
What is it?
Sell them tonight.
Does it make what somebody said in the comments the Knicks? I always think they should be anyway, but does it make, like someone said in the comments, the Knicks a place to go, a destination place to go?
The Knicks are always a place to go.
Nah. No.
I actually like the Knicks.
In the Dolan era, yo, we are a suffering free agency team.
Son, once
he sells the team, we own.
So I actually really like the Knicks right now with Jalen Brunson. I actually watch Knicks games because of Jalen. I mean, he is on my prize picks. If you want to look for the code, I'll put it in the chat. But I do actually like Jalen Brunson. Like, he be balling. Nothing to say about Jalen? He's not a killer?
Oh, I can't. I'm a Heat fan. I ain't giving no
I'm
Knicks
talking
players
to the
no
Knicks fan because
compliments. I'm
he
sorry.
mad
That's
quiet.
not happening.
Talking to the Knicks fan. I gave him a whole segment right now. He quiet. You want to talk all that?
Because
Now, he quiet.
you hear what he just said?
I said I like the Knicks right now. You don't like them? They don't look good to you?
He don't, apparently.
Teams are whack.
Why, son? Why, yo?
I'm trying to give props. I said I like Jalen. I like the
What
way
props, man?
I like the way
We
that
mediocre. All right, Tom Brady was talking about mediocreness. Yo, we are
mediocre is better than y'all been in the last 8 years.
That's not saying a lot.
That's a low bar right there. So.
Damn.
All right, let's transition.
Oh, since we still in basketball for a little bit, because
Okay, let's not transition. We tried.
Let me just ask real quick. Oh, y'all like to play in?
Do we what?
Yeah, I fuck with it.
All right, so this is the thing. Remember, I told y'all last time to explain playing. I think I got it now, so I'm going to say something, and I'm still wrong. I guess I don't got it. When the playing tournament happened, and I said I didn't know anything about it, I felt like they stopped the whole shit. They stopped the wins and getting the losses to be something totally different. But I guess they just use certain games to go towards the tournament.
Correct.
So for that, Friday. So for that, I'm kind of cool with that. I like it. It's cool. It's different.
Yeah, I like that shit. It makes. I feel like some of these teams. I've watched a few of these games already. Like I was in a bar, and dudes was fighting to win, and I was like, yeah, that $500,000 is meaningful to a lot of players. There's a lot of players that we think got money, and they're spending it out the ass, and that $500,000 sound real good right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like it because I just thought it was something totally different. That's why I was like, why do we have this tournament when we're supposed to be doing a regular season to get the champion?
Well, because I think baseball might need to look at this because the thing is,
baseball is too fucking long.
Exactly.
Too fucking long.
But the thing is, so what baseball has done recently is they fixed the length of individual games. Now we need to fix the length of the season because now the games are shorter, but it's still too many games. Basketball decided that we're not going to change the amount of games. We're just going to give certain games 2 a week more importance for a little bit, and then you only got to add one more game at the end of that and send people to Vegas. Sounds great. And you give people the trophies, and then you got, of course, the money incentives. You got, our boy Lebron was just talking about who's so cheap. He saw that $500 and he lit up. He's like, oh, I want that. And I did say $500 because that's basically what it is to him, but he don't care. He want it. He's not the only person like that.
Keynote: the Lakers are undefeated in the play-in. Just so y'all know.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was, if I was I would be too loud about it. You already talk about your last championship like it wasn't real. You don't want to win this one. They talk about that shit too.
First off, the bubble is a real championship.
They should want to win this one. It's easier to win than the NBA championship.
The bubble is a real championship. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I mean, you talking to the person also balling in the bubble, so I ain't never gonna say it wasn't real. I'm just saying it's something that is attached to both the Lakers and the Dodgers, two LA teams.
It sounds like the people that say it's because they have losing teams. That's why.
Well, I'm just.
I supported the Lakers in the bubble.
Yeah, you did. Because you did. You was hard about it because I thought you were a Laker fan.
I'm a Lakers organization respecter. I respect the organization.
All right, so let's keep it real.
Shout out to Genie Bus.
Before we transition again, who do you have to win the play-in tournament?
That's in the air. I'm leaving that alone.
He can't be bold.
Obviously, I'm a Heat fan.
All right, the Lakers.
Okay, I'm gonna lean towards my own team, the Heat, but I did have before Hard Rock came back, I did put like a little $2 on
I thought about putting a little on the Lakers too.
You put money on the Bucks?
At the beginning when the Dame trade comes again, yeah, I did. Because I do think they're built to win a tournament, and I don't think they're gonna win go deep in the playoffs this year.
They need more, all that. They need more chemistry and they need something else because they're missing some shit.
Chemistry. But, they lost their best perimeter defender in that trade.
They're definitely missing shit. But to try to transition, because I guess we can stay in basketball longer than I thought, we're going to go to music, y'all. So if y'all love music, this is the music part. It's full of excitement. Andre 3000 has recently, I don't know, did it release yet? Or he said he's releasing
it? It's out.
All right, he's released, I haven't checked it out, he's released a flute album. Just playing the flute. I want to know what y'all thoughts about it when you heard about it. Or I mean, I do clearly know this is a group chat, but these people that watch don't know. What were your thoughts when you heard he was just doing a flute album, non-lyrical? Rook, Kenny.
I got news from my people that it's good. You know, it's like some calming driving type music. I'm gonna bump it eventually, probably tonight while I smoke a joint. But I rocks with 3 Stacks, man. Very creative dude, and you know, like he said, you know, I feel like that's very authentic of him. Not just sitting on lyrics all the time, but you love the music. So it's a million ways in music to express yourself. So I'm down to hear it.
Mr. 305.
So for me, right, as you guys know, I've said it before, 3 Stacks is in my top 10, and that is mostly lyrically. But I do remember when I was a kid, around, I don't remember what year it was. It was by maybe 2009, somewhere around there. There was actually a show on Cartoon Network. It was Class of 3000. It was Andre 3000, like teaching a music class, basically. And it was showing you like just a bunch of instruments, and actually they get me a little bit more interested in music. So I'm not too surprised by like this endeavor because he's always been creative musically. It's not just been about rap fam. It's been about music, right, and art in general. And it's a 90-minute album, so I will definitely go give it a listen. I haven't listened to it yet. I do got friends who play like sax and stuff like that, so I've heard jazz before and jazz bands and stuff like that. So it does interest me. I do try to branch out. You can't just listen to rap all the time. Sometimes you gotta throw. I still ain't bumping no Taylor Swift yet, but you gotta throw in some pop or some.
Don't talk about Taylor Swift, B.
I was just we here to be honest. We on there. I just don't. When I listen to pop, it's sometimes still Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, I'm a couple years behind, and by a couple I mean 20. But that's just it is what it is, So, but I'm definitely gonna give that the flute album a listen. It'll be the first time I've ever said that since before, but I expect good things because 3 Stacks.
So I didn't have any interest. Like no shade or no hate, like because it sounds like to me it's basically a hip hop version of Kenny G. And if you know Kenny G, then you know Kenny G. If you don't, that means you're probably too old. I mean, probably too young. If you don't know Kenny G,
my nigga said a hip hop version of Kenny G.
Because it's
a flute album. Kenny G is a saxophone. It's just music.
Same shit, instrumental. But I said it to say that Kenny G's album is smooth. It's relaxing. So if you're looking to relax, looking to smoke, looking just maybe to sip a little whiskey by yourself because you're lonely, you ain't got no partner or whatever it may be, you're just staring into the wilderness, wondering about your life, then it's great.
It's so existential.
It's great. Same thing that I would imagine with Stacks. It's raining. It's raining outside. You're lonely. You just want to listen to the flute. I get you. I'm pretty sure if you have high blood pressure, you might want to get it because it might cool you down and might bring you down. So I don't have anything against it, and I'm pretty sure it probably is dope. I just don't have a desire to listen to a flute album for 90 minutes.
All right, that's your mind. That just we on air. It's tough. How many because I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person to do it. Y'all both like music a lot. How much to listen to music you got right now? Like music that you're supposed to listen to, you got planned to listen to, albums, just the 3 Stacks album. But you haven't listened to it yet. Whether it be from people who do music, because Chance, I'm
gonna be so honest.
0.
I have not listened to new music in so long because music to me has been so disappointing.
Well, it's funny. That's actually why I do go out of my way to try to find new music because I'm so sick of listening to the same stuff. Because again, most of my music from the 90s, but even when I find rappers that I like from nowadays, I basically listen to the same stuff. So even for example, for me. For Haitian music, it's harder for me to go because when I was growing up, it was just music playing, going to parties. My dad had albums. I burned a couple singles I like off of whatever. Now it's because I'm not I don't live in Haiti. It's not a target. I'm not their direct target audience. I literally have to go out of my way to go listen to that music. So every once in a while, album here, album there, 2 rap albums, 2 compa albums for Creole music, maybe a jazz album, depending on who I'm with. You recommend something? Obviously, I got homeboys who do music. You got a couple singles on there, and I tell you, I got homeboys send me an EP. I ain't gonna lie, I'm putting it on the list. I'll get back to you when I get back to you. I got music to listen to. I ain't gonna lie.
That is true, because it took him 30 years to listen to me. So that is true.
That's not true at all. I put this man in my gym playlist and all. And the other day I was at the gym, the song didn't play. I text him, I'm like, someone with your Spotify?
That's true. That's true. No, you know what it is? Since we're on it real quick, is United Masters did this thing because United Masters ended up coming like at Steve Stout. Fuck you, Steve Stout. So basically, they came through and they tried to be like CD Baby. And if you don't know what CD Baby is, if you're a new artist or you're an old artist, whatever, CD Baby is basically like TuneCore used to be. If you don't know TuneCore, you really young. But basically, you just load your shit up on there, your music on there, and then they distribute it to everybody. They distribute. So United Masters came in and they wanted to be for the people and they wanted to do better for you and do the same shit. But now they said, no, we're going to charge you $30 a month to keep your shit on there, like a label type shit. Or if you don't pay the $30 a month, we're going to remove everything. So they basically removed everything since I didn't pay the $30 premium a year or a month, whatever it is.
I want to go listen to
Nigga,
Underdog.
what's in it for you?
I was in the gym about to pump. I'm about to listen to Underdog.
So basically,
grayed out. I said, what's this?
well, Underdog's still there. It's just the other 3 new albums I dropped on there aren't on there. So I'll have to go through CD Baby and do that to put it back up there. But I don't even think I have those tracks anymore, to be honest. So
That industry is definitely not for me. I'd be in jail.
it is what it is.
Nah, man, I'm always searching for new music too, though. I'm with you on that because I find myself listening to a lot of the same shit. So, and then music is that way. It was disappointing in the 90s, yo. It's just that we had so much shit and so much hype at that time that we didn't spend enough time on those disappointments. It was on to the next one. There's always something else.
Yeah, there's always
I feel like now, like we're dejected a little bit in terms of looking. But
you know what?
I'm constantly seeking, yo, because that's a part of the journey. It's fun.
That's a good challenge, Kenny. I think I should go back and listen to old shit that I never listened to. Like, let's say it was an artist that I really didn't rock with at the time, and I didn't check out his album. People said like it's a classic, and I didn't listen to it. I think now would probably be a good time to go back and shit, let me check out that Ice Cube joint that people said I should check out. I never checked out. I would do that as opposed to listen for. I just don't have faith in the new generation's music.
Oh yeah, I don't have well actually, so in Spotify you can follow artists. Obviously, I do like that. So when albums drop, I know about like that. Like I know like the Rod Wave album dropped not too long ago, stuff like that. But it's definitely probably a little bit more of like, so who was I listening to around this time? This for me personally is also try to branch out genres because I know up until I was about probably 17, it was just rap and rock. I ain't listening to compa, but that's because that's just being Haitian. But if it wasn't those three.
Yeah.
See, I must have been out somewhere and they was playing it, so I learned the song, but it wasn't in my playlist.
All right. We're getting you got anything part in this head? I don't know. You good? You said your piece?
No Fun League.
All right, so let's transition. Last thing. I know y'all seen the Diddy. I know y'all seen the Cassie. We're not gonna talk about the situation because we don't get into it like that because I don't know who said what, who did what, what's true, what's not true, and do all that stuff. You know what I mean? We respect what people say, leave it as that. At least I do. Can't speak for Rook who disappeared or Kenny. But the part that, do we believe that Diddy be on some shit? Because if you go, I ain't seen some clips on it because now you know the algorithm how it works now. So now I've seen a lot of shit come out with Diddy about the Usher, about Justin Bieber. There's a clip of, I guess, supposedly he had Cassie on the hotel floor or some shit on the balcony in a blanket, like curled up in a ball, and he was like trolling, like making fun of her and shit on there. They have that. They have the clip of him, Fabulous and Jadakiss, and him calling Nori Daddy, and like basically pleading to Fab why you ain't party with me, and all this other shit. Then you got 50 trolling him, saying that he wanted to buy. Then you have 50 trolling him saying that he wanted to take shopping one day. Like, what do we?
He's the best troll on the internet, by the way.
Well, where does he want us to start here?
Wherever you want to go. I'm just want to do. What do we think is up with Diddy?
I'm gonna do what I did earlier. I'm gonna bring what we said in the group chat a little bit to light here. Because one of the main things you talk about is the Grim Reaper post. Everyone associated with Diddy, especially at the beginning of the label, is now gone. Besides, I'll be sure. If that's one way to look at it, that's pretty crazy. Again, with my roots from the islands, I believe in all types of stuff. I don't want to get too crazy on here, but let me say it like this. Look,
and allegedly, his daddy was a gangster, right?
Yeah. So would you look like when you also add into the fact like Diddy's made more money off of Biggie than Biggie was alive. And I'm not even talking about career in music. I'm talking about alive in life. Man died at 25 and he's been dead for 27 years. Diddy been making money that whole 27 years. And I don't want to judge people too much because I don't know you personally, but as a person whose best friend died this year, I don't think I could do that for 27 years. Like, bring it up for 27 years, much less profit directly off of it. I ain't trying to judge nobody.
Man got a whole family.
Yeah.
But personally, from what I've been experiencing these past 6 months, I don't see how he do that for damn near 30 years, no problem. Personally.
Well, I mean,
again, you know me, billionaires. If you're a billionaire or close to it, you gotta have skeletons. You know, it's literally mathematically been proven several times. You gotta step on some people to get up there. That's just how the money work. The math add up. So
I mean, just to play advocate, I guess he would say because he's keeping Biggie's memory alive.
I mean, I'm sure that's what he's gonna say. There's a lot of ways to do that without all the money going in your pocket.
Rook, what do you think? What do you think is up with him?
All right, so I'm gonna leave the Biggie stuff out of it because that's a separate rabbit hole right there. So I'm just But all right, so Diddy's always been into some shit. Like day one. I mean, Cam got that I think was it on Breakfast Club or whatever, and he talking about when Mace first signed over there, and like there was a dildo on the bathroom sink, and Mace was just like, yeah, man, that's his thing, man. Whatever. Like he's into that dark Hollywood, dark, wealthy millionaire, billionaire lifestyle shit. All right, there's tons of that, tons going on in that lifestyle. We hear things, we see things. There's, that whole list of people that went to that island. Yo, whatever you could think of, he just plug him in. Just plug him in. As far as the Cassie situation, she's pretty much my age. High school, there was a little bit of like why is this nigga fucking with her? And allegedly it was while she was underage, and then like kind of made it official when she was 19. But these people are gonna have to take what they can get. You see Mace get his masters back after eons. I don't know what that means now for his life. Locks, Faith Evans, Danny D. Kane, all these people that have been around him had to fight for anything that they've ever got from him. Luckily Cass is gonna get some type of compensation out of this, but it doesn't affect all the trauma that he's put a lot of people through. And right. There'll never really be justice for anything that Diddy did. I'm just gonna leave that shit alone, bro.
I guess we're gonna leave it right there. So, be back next week, obviously. Unless something pop up again that needs to be addressed. Because you know what I'm saying? If y'all keep subscribing, liking, put us in the algorithm, and we see the numbers go up, then we might can do more than one a week. You know what I mean? But y'all gotta show up so we can show up. You know what I mean? You don't go to your job if you don't get paid, do you? You know what I'm saying?
More than one. We need a 305 pull up.
Word. I mean, because Kenny kept on saying he was coming this way, but
nah, son, Kenny hosting, son. Ain't nobody trying to go central.
Man said two Halloween Horror Nights he was coming. I ain't seen him yet.
I ain't go this year. That's kind of crazy to me.
But like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We'll be back when we be back, people. So be yourself.
Cut through the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself.